response. Anything on the graph?
Negative, Herr Doctor.
Increase intensity.
Yes, Herr Doctor.
Response?
Minimal, Herr Doctor.
Response?
Low order. 2%, no more.
I see. Now listen to me very carefully. What is your name? All right, relax. Is your name Jan? Is your name Paul? Carl? Excellent. I think congratulations are in order. You may discharge him as soon as you wish.
You mean he's...
Oh, yes, yes. The treatment has been successful. He is totally, utterly insane.
Hello, good morning. Mr. King.
I'm stranded. Luggage is still on the platform. I can't get a taxi, and it's pouring with rain.
Mr. King, say no more. I shall personally send a car for you immediately, but immediately. Ah, Mr. King.
Ah, Gerhard. How are you?
Oh, very, very well, thank you. And you are looking so well.
Oh, thank you.
But fuller in the face, huh?
Really?
Oh, you're wet through.
Soaking.
We have everything ready for you, just as you like. The bridal suite. Well, they are our finest rooms and are presumed to...
I presume it has a bed.
Well, yes, of course.
And a bath.
Yes.
No bride.
No bride.
Well, I'll take it anyway.
I'm sure you'd rather sign in later on.
Yes, I would, Gerhard. Thank you.
Oh, Mr. King, but there is a young lady waiting for you in your suite.
That part of the service?
Oh, well, I didn't mean... she said she had an appointment. Yes. Your publisher's secretary, and I naturally assumed... I hope I wasn't...
Oh, no, not at all. On the contrary, Gerhard. I would only be surprised if you didn't have a surprise for me. Yes, that's the one. Gertrude?
In the bedroom, Mr. King. I'm just using your telephone.
Charming. Danke sehr.
Jason King's here now. Yes?
I want you to take something down before I forget.
All right, I'll call you later.
Also, a couple of letters. I want to start on an article on the hazards of traveling by air, sea, and rail. You think they'd have reached a civilized alternative by now?
Do you always dictate with your trousers off, Mr. King?
Frequently. Who the devil are you?
Fräulein Borgen.
You don't look at all like Gertrude.
I'm Myra, her sister.
Impossible.
I agree, we're not very alike.
Alike? You're not even the same species. You better give me the name of your health farm. What's happened to Gertrude?
She had to go back to Frankfurt. I'm just helping out.
Myra? I think we should send Gertrude back more often.
Where would you like to dictate?
In the bath.
Whatever you say, Mr. King.
Just a moment.
Oh, please, don't let me inhibit you, Mr. King.
Perish the thought. Inhibitions have never been my problem.
Yes, Gertrude did tell me all about you.
She always had a tendency to exaggerate.
Even so, I did expect a more virile man.
You've hardly had occasion to judge.
Perhaps you've been ill.
I don't think I've been ill since 1965, and then it was an epidemic.
Well, you certainly look as if you could do with a tonic.
That's what I'm looking for now. Ah, here it is.
And you're definitely overweight.
I beg your pardon, did you say overweight? That's what Gerhard said. Are you two in cahoots?
I suppose it's all the traveling you do. Not much exercise, too much food.
I do not overeat.
Oh. I thought you were quite the gourmet.
Being a gourmet is not being a glutton.
Everything's smothered in carbohydrates.
Are you a secretary or a dietitian?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that... Well, it's such a pity to see any man letting himself go.
Letting myself go?
Shall we start, Mr. King?
In the nick of time, Fraulein Borgen.
Here or in the bath?
In the bedroom. I think in my present condition I'd better lie down. Miss Borgen?
Jason, you've hardly ate a thing.
I'm not very hungry. I think I've got a bit of a chill coming on. Myra, do you really think that I'm,
A few ounces, no more. But if you don't clamp down now, zoink.
zoink?
Zoink. It's quite painless at the health farm. Beautiful spot. Only an hour away by road.
But don't they starve you?
It's the best solution. You'd only need a week. Just think how fit you'd be when you came back.
I'm perfectly fit. Besides, I think spending a week with a gaggle of maiden aunts is not my idea of keeping fit.
Maiden aunts. Jason, the Wilstein Clinic is used by the best models in Europe. It specializes in beauty culture.
You did say models? You mean the long, thin type?
You'd probably be the only man there. Oh, I hope that doesn't put you off.
No, it doesn't put me off. Very adaptable. In fact, I might fit in quite nicely.
Not too nicely, Jason. You're supposed to be there for the rest.
The Wilstein Clinic. Mm-hmm.
Just look at the time. Jason, I really must go.
Oh, must you?
I must. I'll phone you when you get back.
Give my love to Gertrude.
I will. Goodbye, Jason.
Bye.
Line, please. Herr Nielsen? Borgen. Yes, he bought it. He'll arrive at the clinic tomorrow, I'm sure of it. No, he doesn't suspect anything.
I've got to be dreaming. Look at that man.
Guten Tag, Fräulein.
He speaks, too.
English models. What time's lunch? Oh, shouldn't I ask?
Ask anything you like.
You must excuse, Nylene, Mr.
Oh, how do you do? My name is Jason King.
Come over here and sit beside me.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Neither have we. Mr. King, let me introduce the camp commandant, Sister Dreiker.
Mr. King, how do you do?
How do you do?
The porter really should have told you to report to me.
No, you mustn't blame him. That was my fault. I just hate formalities.
Oh, we follow a very strict procedure at the Wilstein Clinic, Mr. King. You have been allocated a private room, but for the next few days, I'm afraid you will be confined to bed.
Oh.
Oh, of course, there will be certain periods of massage, steam baths, exercise, and as your course progresses, recreation.
And of course, if I can help in any way,
The staff are quite capable, thank you, Suzanne.
Oh, someone ought to show him the amenities.
Someone will, Nylene. This way, Mr. King.
Bye.
Till later.
See you in bed.
Time for tea, Mr. King.
Oh, at last. I'm famished. Must be getting a cold. It smells like soggy straw.
No, Mr. King. Not straw. Seaweed. With grated carrot. And lemon tea, you're allowed a little extra on your first day.
When do we get tomorrow?
Hot lemon water with the occasional prune.
Occasional prune. I wonder why.
You'll find it most nutritious.
Whoever trained him knew what they were doing.
Will he break?
Well, they all do eventually. You should know that by now.
Yes. I'm sorry. I came to ask about Mr. King. Are there any special instructions?
No, I don't think so. We can assume for the moment that his visit here is quite genuine. But you must watch him. Watch him all the time.
And supposing he should decide to start prowling?
Well, then we must see that he loses much more than excess weight. Much more.
Oh, come in. And don't tell me. First it was seaweed, then barbecued spare roots, and then nuts, boiled, stewed, fried, and raw. And now, raw roses.
I thought they might brighten up your room. Do you like them?
Depends what they taste like.
Awful. I gather you're feeling peckish.
Peckish. I'd sell my next novel for a crust of bread.
Don't think about it. After a while, you'll stop feeling hungry.
A little while after that, you stop breathing.
What you need is something to occupy your mind.
Do you mean some sort of distraction? Well, I've tried everything. Even my yo-yo's gone limp.
I thought the least I could do was to offer my services.
How terribly sweet of you.
We drew lots.
Lots of what?
Lots. We're going to draw up a roster.
I insist on Sundays being free.
Oh, absolutely.
Nylene?
Sister Draco, she's not on the list.
What exactly are you doing here?
Nylene and I have just discovered we have the same affliction. We were just discussing it.
Oh? What affliction?
Sleepwalking. One never knows where one ends up or which end.
Nylene, will you kindly return to your room? And Mr. King, I suggest you read the regulations governing this clinic. Visiting after hours is not permitted. Good night.
Oh, good night, sister.
Mr. King, if you're bothered again, I suggest you ring for...
For the chef? Thank you, sister. I think I can manage on my own.
I'm afraid this new case is one where our methods are proving inadequate.
But you said he would break eventually.
Perhaps. But how will we ever be certain he isn't faking?
Yes, that's true. There is one way that we could be certain.
I don't agree. He's had time to learn our methods.
No, I don't mean that. The one thing he can't fake is death.
You mean kill him?
Chase.
Oh.
Jason!
Don't interrupt me while I'm eating.
Jason, they're going to kill you. I heard them planning it.
She'll never believe it.
What do you mean?
Well, she didn't dig that sleepwalking routine, so she won't buy attempted murder.
She's the one who's going to do it.
Eileen, you've been at the lemon juice again.
Jason, I'm serious. 2 minutes ago in the corridor, I saw them. She was talking to this Dr. Litz, I think his name is. He spends most of his time in the West Wing. You don't believe me.
Eileen, of course I believe you.
All right. But if you're dead in the morning...
The autopsy will show starvation.
Hello, could you get me the local police, please? Yes.
Yes? Well, thank you.
Hello? Hello? Hello, operator. This call's very urgent.
Oh, so. Oh, what else could I do? Must eat something.
Just what I needed. The occasional prune. I hope this stone is nutritious.
Why?
I've just swallowed it.
You may leave us, nurse. Mr. King, this is Dr. Wilstein, the founder of our clinic.
Oh,
How do you do, Mr. King?
how do you do, Dr. Wilstein? How much do you charge for Einsbein mit dumplings und sauerkraut and a magnum of champagne?
The cost is immaterial, but think what it would do to your system.
I am, Doctor. I am thinking.
And this is Inspector Grumman of the local Polizei Bureau. He happened to call, heard you were here, and expressed a wish to meet you.
Mr. King, this is indeed an honor. I have been a great, great admirer of yours for many, many years.
Well, let's talk about it over a large lunch.
Yes.
You'll be staying in, Inspector?
Yes, Doctor.
Oh, well, sister, perhaps you'll arrange for 2 glasses of lemon water.
Doctor, no, that will not be necessary. I would just like to have a word with Mr. King.
Alone.
Alone?
Is that in order, Dr. Wilstein?
Of course. Come along, sister.
And I don't think that Mr. King is strong enough, Doctor.
Oh, nonsense, sister. It'll do him a power of good. Come along. Amusing fellow. I must remember to read one of his books sometime.
So, and now, Mr. King.
Inspector, why did you come here this morning?
Routine matter.
Just routine?
Somebody here phoned the police station last night. They hung up, but the call was traced.
Oh. Was there any explanation?
No. Wrong number, perhaps. Nobody here knows anything about it.
Except the victim.
Victim?
Yes, somebody was murdered here last night.
Murdered? Who was murdered?
A man. About 30. Dark hair, pale complexion. Oh, that's delicious. Yes, he was wearing a standard American suit, size 40, light grey worsted, English casual shoes, striped tie, gold, black, and brown. Only jewelry, a pair of handcuffs.
Handcuffs?
Inspector, did you know that you had a habit of repeating everything one says?
Repeating? I am sorry. This man, Do you know his name?
I've never seen him before.
Did you see the murderer?
Yes, of course. He's one of the attendants working here. You can't miss him. He's well built, fair hair, about 28. The other was Dr. Litz, also works here. The attendant fired the shot with a silencer.
Mr. King, where did this murder take place?
Just outside in the corridor. They're probably taking the body to the West Wing.
West Wing?
Inspector, you're burping again.
We must go there at once.
All right, would you kindly pass me my dressing gown?
Mr. King, it may be advisable for me to initiate the investigation.
You will use extreme tact.
I shall say nothing till I return.
Can I help you, Inspector?
This is the door to the West Wing?
Yes, yes, it is.
Would it be convenient for us to go through?
May I ask why?
Routine.
Do you have a search warrant, Inspector?
Doctor. No, I do not have a search warrant.
I was just inquiring. Of course you may go through. It is fortunate that I have no patients at the moment.
Thank you, Dr.
Litz. Dr. Witz.
Check that side.
Have you any idea what all this is about?
No, not at all, sir, no.
Is this your surgery?
Yes, please make yourself at home.
Thank you very much. It is locked, Doctor.
Seems reasonable.
Carl.
Thank you.
May I ask what you're looking for, Inspector? Has Mr. King sent you on a wild goose chase?
Wild goose chase?
Wild goose chase.
Inspector, many of our patients are suffering a certain amount of nervous distress when they come here. The diet causes certain hallucinatory effects. Mr. King is a writer, and he has been overworking for some time. He came to us, I understand, on the recommendation of his doctor and his psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist?
Psychiatrist.
Inspector, don't tell me that you've fallen for the latest product of his somewhat vivid imagination.
Well, he did mention a murder.
A murder?
Murder?
Inspector, don't tell me that you are looking for the body. You are? Then I expect he named me as a killer. No doubt he made me the target of his delusions.
Undoubtedly.
Well, he did name you, Doctor.
Exactly.
You see.
Have we lost any patients just recently?
No, Herr Doctor. Not for some time.
Doctor, I can only apologize. Mr. King.
Where did you find the body?
The body. Well, we all had a very good look. We looked in all the corners, under all the beds, everywhere.
You haven't answered my question.
Your question? Well, no, we did not find the body, but who knows, perhaps tomorrow.
All right, what have they told you?
Well, Mr. King, there's no need for you to upset
They've
yourself.
obviously given you some sort of explanation.
I
What
am
is it?
quite sure it will turn up sooner or later, and then we can find out who did it.
I know who did it.
Of course you do, but you must rest, you must relax. As soon as I have any news, I will get in touch with you.
I'm coming with you. I've had enough.
Oh, no, you must stay. Please, you must stay.
Come back.
Stay.
Come back.
You will look after King, sister.
Yes. Do you think it will work?
Well, why not? The police will no longer listen to him.
What about Dr. Wilstein?
Wilstein, that old fool. I'll worry about him. You take care of King.
Jason,
Listen,
come sit here.
I need your help.
Anything, darling.
You know, I want to get away, and I need you to help me.
Get away? Oh, don't worry. We all felt like that to start with. You get used to it.
No, you don't understand. Nylene, I want you to tell them all exactly what happened last night.
Surely that isn't necessary, Jason.
No, I want you to tell them about the conversation we had. She came into my room and said that someone was trying to kill me.
Jason, what are you talking about? I didn't leave your room until dawn.
What about Sister Draker?
What about Sister Dryker?
And I'm not here, am I?
It's all the starvation that's doing it.
Is it convenient for me to make up your bed, Mr. King?
Very convenient. How long have you been here?
Oh, 6 months.
Are there many people staying here?
Oh, sometimes we have as many as 30 people, but it's a little quiet at the moment. Why? Are you bored?
Bored?
Oh, you see, we're a little disorganized at the moment, but things will be back to normal by tomorrow morning.
Oh, goody. Disorganized?
Yes, you see, it's on account of the sauna room being closed and, you know, what with the
When
yogurt
was the
from...
sauna closed?
This morning.
Mr. King.
Inspector's search wasn't very thorough, was it?
And why should he pander to your hallucinations?
Brought about by protein deficiency and hypertension, no doubt.
Dr. Litz was very convincing.
Yes, I'm sure he was. Well, what happens now? What are you doing?
You're going to have an injection, Mr. King.
Oh, no,
Part
no.
of your treatment, of course.
I stipulated when I came, I have a horror of needles. I warn you, I'll faint.
It will replace the minerals lost through dieting.
Sister, I have no intention of submitting to that syringe whatsoever.
The drug is comparatively harmless, Mr. King. The bullet fatal. Take your choice.
Dare you? Have you no shame, woman? I told you I would...
You must move it quicker, ladies. Ah.
This is one of our games periods. They last for half an hour in the morning and 15 minutes in the afternoon. You, of course, will be on our basic sauna and massage treatment, plus our health and beauty course.
Sounds wonderful. I had a friend who was here last year. She looked absolutely marvelous.
Oh? What was her name?
Landon, Pamela Landon.
Oh, yes, of course. I remember Miss Landon. Well, I hope you'll find us well worth the time and trouble, Fräulein Bogen. Now, I'll show you your room.
That's enough. 10 minutes, and then we take sauna.
And don't forget, if you do have any problems, please let me know.
Thank you, sister.
Oh, if you get changed now and go to the sauna room at 2:30, I'll meet you there.
Jason.
What did I do? Well, madam, if you don't stop slapping my face, I'll sock you. Myra? Is it Myra?
Yes, it's Myra. What happened, Jason?
Oh, you've landed me into an awful mess. I've been discredited with the police. They're not going to give us any help.
Oh, Jason, I'm sorry. We didn't think they'd suspect you.
We? Who's we?
FIS, West German Intelligence.
West German Intelligence.
You were in Munich. We had to put someone in who wouldn't talk.
Well, that's why I'm here. I knew you were after something.
You were highly recommended.
Well, naturally. Oh. All you needed to have done was to have asked. Nicely.
We couldn't risk telling you. They used some sort of brainwashing technique here. They'd have found out we suspected them.
My brain, apart from being a naturally supremely intelligent mechanism, has been trained, so I'm incapable in being washed, scrubbed, or dry cleaned.
Jason, wake up.
No, it's time for my siesta.
What have they given you?
Oh, lovely injection. You know, I've got protein deficiency.
Jason, concentrate. What have you found out?
What have I found out? I found out that I've lost 3 pounds. Good night, Nylene.
Nylene?
Yes. Hypnotized her. Hypnotized her to make her forget that they were trying to kill me.
Jason, I'll come back tonight.
Oh, yes, that'll be cozy. Oh, don't forget to ask the other birds. They've got a roster.
A roster?
Your game. Thanks. Another? Don't think there's time. Curfew starts at 10:30.
Curfew?
Yes. Frau Dreiker likes us to be in our rooms on the dot. And no wandering.
Doesn't seem to be anywhere to wander to.
You should ask Nylene.
Oh, so that's Nylene.
She's really gone on. Hardly talks and wanders around in half a dream all the time. It's late. We'd better join the others.
Yes, I won't be a minute.
Well, remember what I said. Don't let Frau Dreiker catch you breaking the curfew.
Nylene?
Yes?
You went to see Jason King, didn't you?
I didn't leave him until dawn.
We've had word from Berlin. We're expecting another case around midnight. Now, you better go and see about King. Give him his injection at 11:45. Nylene, time for your beauty sleep. The nurse will bring you a nice hot cup of lemon tea in 5 minutes. Come on.
What are you doing?
I've just given you the antidote to those drugs. It should negate any drowsiness.
Thought I was beginning to look like a pincushion.
What would you say to a sandwich?
A sandwich? Now, what's that?
Schinkenbrot with mustard. Probably a bit dry by now.
Can't be any drier than the looks those goldfish are giving me every time I pass them. Seriously contemplating them.
Do you know who's involved and what they're doing here?
No, apart from being a witness to the murder, knowing that Dreiker and Litz are the key people, I haven't the faintest idea what it's all about. Have you?
Some of it. Do you remember Murder Incorporated? Substitute kidnap for murder. Sounds innocuous, but all the agents involved in the various kidnappings and hijackings are all guaranteed complete elimination.
You mean they killed them?
On the contrary. They returned well-fed, well-dressed, and with no signs of injury.
Well, what are you worried about them?
They're all insane. Completely and totally insane.
Progress. And you put me in here?
There's a new agent being brought in tonight. I heard Frau Dreiker.
Count me out.
Oh, Jason.
Categorically, emphatically, absolutely, no.
I've got some more sandwiches.
Well, I've learned something about myself since I've been here. I'm not a gourmet at all. I'm just a greedy pig.
Yes?
They are bringing him in now.
Ah, good.
Just get me one of those.
Yes. Those two will probably be leaving shortly. We stand a better chance then. Go to your room, I'll contact you.
Darling.
Not now, darling. Listen, I want to talk to you.
Later.
No, now. You must trust me.
Oh, but I do.
Well, then listen very carefully. You were in my room when Sister Dreiker came in. Then you left. Then you overheard Dr. Liss talking about killing someone. And you came to warn me.
No, Jason, that isn't true.
That is the truth. You must trust me. Somehow they've made you forget. And I'm going to try and help you to remember.
How?
Different system. Same results. I hope.
Resistance is futile.
Is it?
Our technique is quite simple. Cooperation brings pleasure. Resistance brings pain.
The basis of all torture.
Perhaps. But here we have developed the technique to a fine degree. Sister.
There's some experience of hypnotics. The pain threshold is high.
Thank you. Do you still refuse to cooperate?
Now your lids are feeling very heavy. Now stretch your toes out, sink right into the bed. Just listen to my voice. You're in a deep, deep sleep. You can relax your hand. Let your arm down now. Good. Now listen, and listen very carefully. Someone told you that you had left my room. Who was that?
Dr. Litz.
Where were you?
A small room. A big leather chair. Pretty colored lights.
You will answer my questions.
I can't. Resistance on all levels.
Increase.
And there was pain. Sharp, blinding pain.
6.
When I didn't want to forget, the pain got worse. All the time.
7. The pain will go completely, Nylene. 8. 9. I want you to remember everything that's happened when you wake up.
Remember.
10. Wake up.
Why, Jason, what's this all about?
Nothing to worry about. You sleep beautifully. I tell you what I want you to do. I want you to tell all the girls exactly what's happened to you. And I want you to tell them before the first physical relaxation period. Okay?
There's nothing more we can do tonight. You better take her to her room.
There'll be questions.
I'll say she's ill.
We're getting in too deep. First King, now this girl.
King can prove nothing, and the girl is near to breaking point. One more session, perhaps 2, and the balance of her mind will go. Enough, perhaps, to provoke suicide.
Lovely girl, isn't she? Obviously, those nuts are rather good. Myra? Myra, it's time to
Oh, Jason.
Come on, off you get. Come and sit over here. There's a good girl.
Oh. Jason, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can.
Neither can I. I have a horror of heights.
What about this new man?
Now, leave the worrying to me, sister. This entire operation depends upon the confidence of our clients. If we start sending patients away at the first sign of trouble...
Yes, but there will have to be an inquiry.
I'm well aware of the procedure. Unless your graphs are wrong, we'll have him processed and conditioned within 48 hours. Our friends in Berlin will be happy. The patient will be disposed of. And we will then be free to deal with Fräulein Borgen. One never knows. We may find a way of implicating King and kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak.
The girl! Where is she? It was King. He was waiting for me in the room.
King? He was supposed to be under sedation.
He was. I gave it to him myself at midnight.
But how is he walking about? Where did they go?
Into the garden through the window.
Well, phone Klaus at the gate. And meet me on the terrace.
Yes, sir, Doctor.
I was thinking of having one of these installed in my apartment. They're very good for hangovers.
And for taking off weight. They might come in here, Jason.
This is a psychologist concerned with behavior patterns. He believes that we want to escape. He believes that we left through the window. Clinic is locked, has an expensive alarm system, so he won't come in here.
Unless he's a Mark Cain fan.
Oh. Yes, that's a point.
As quickly as you can, please. There's only 2 in a set, my liebes Kind. Hurry. Now. Spread yourselves. Spread yourselves. You will want plenty of room. 1, 2. 1, 2.
We'll make one more search.
But you said they couldn't be in the clinic.
They are not in the grounds. They can't have escaped. They are not invisible, sister.
Well, I have to make my rounds with Dr. Wilstein.
Yes, of course. We both will, just in case the good doctor gets the wrong impression.
Yeah, try to keep together, please, huh? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Keep them moving, ladies. Keep them moving. Well, this is a fine time to arrive, nicht wahr?
Yeah,
I am not interested in excuses. Take the clubs and join the ladies. Ein, zwei. Ein, zwei. Ein, zwei. Ein, zwei. Ein, zwei.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Mr. King, I didn't realize you took part in the games period.
Quite a few things you don't realize, Dr. Wilstein.
Oh?
King is supposed to be confined to his room. I really must protest.
Did you know that your clinic was being used as a private interrogation center?
Interrogation center? Have you any idea what he's talking about, Doctor?
Dr. Litz deliberately brainwashes his patients and drives them insane to cover up his activities.
He's lying.
Quite mad.
He seems to believe what he's saying.
Delusions. You can't possibly take him seriously.
I thought you were mad to make psychological torture and, if necessary, murder a lucrative business.
But this is all impossible. You must be a very sick man.
I'm not sick and I can prove it.
He tried to brainwash me.
We all know it's true.
Yes.
Dr. Litz, I can hardly believe that all our patients are suffering from the same delusion. Have you any explanation of these accusations?
Well, all we have to do is to search the West Wing. One of his cases is there right now.
Carl. Will you accept my resignation, please?
If I didn't happen to be founder and principal, I should be tendering mine.
Oh, what's the matter with you? This time must be rather good. I feel as fit as a fiddle. But I think a real meal at Humpelmeyer's at 9:30 tonight. Hmm?